Hello, everybody. My name is Brad Curry, and I am the Harassment, Intimidation, and Bullying Coordinator for the Chester School District in Chester, New Jersey. Over the next 20 or 30 minutes, I will be sharing with you information regarding the harassment, intimidation, and bullying policy, as well as the harassment, intimidation, and bullying law here in the state of New Jersey. The H.I.B personnel for the Chester School District. I am the Anti-Bullying Coordinator. Mrs. Beth Grosso is the anti-bullying specialist at Black River Middle School. Karen Andolina and Jenna Burrows are the anti-bullying specialists for Bragg Elementary School. Michelle Lakefield and Jenna Burrows are the anti-bullying specialists for Dickerson Elementary School. Our superintendent is Dr. Christina Van Wert. Black River Middle School's principal is Robert Mullen. Bragg's principal is Michelle Stanton. Dickerson's principal is Melissa Fair, and our Director of Pupil Services is Dr. Jeanette Crone. At any time, if you have any questions regarding harassment, intimidation, and bullying, please reach out to myself, your anti-bullying specialists at your child's particular school, or any of the administrators at your child's particular school. Harassment, intimidation, and bullying definition. Types of behaviors that are included in harassment, intimidation, or bullying. It's any gesture or any written, verbal, or physical act or any electronic communication, and can be a single incident or series of incidents. What is the motivation behind the behavior related to harassment, intimidation, and bullying? It can be any actual or perceived characteristic. What are the types of characteristics? Race, color, religion, ancestry, national origin, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, or mental, physical, sensory disability, or any other distinguishing characteristic. The location of behavior as it relates to harassment, intimidation, or bullying. It can be on school property. It can be at a school-sponsored function, on a school bus, or off of school grounds, including cyberspace. The behavior must cause substantial disruption or interference in school or of student rights and meet one of the following conditions: physical or emotional harm to student or damage to student's property or placing student in fear of harm to self or property, has the effect of insulting or demeaning student or a group of students, or creates a hostile educational environment for students by interfering with students' education or severely or pervasively causing physical or emotional harm to the student. What is bullying? Bullying is unwanted, aggressive behavior among school-age children that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. The behavior is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over time. Bullying includes actions such as making threats, spreading rumors, attacking someone physically or verbally, and excluding someone from a group on purpose. You can find out more about bullying by visiting www.stopbullying.gov. There are 4 types of bullying: physical, verbal, social emotional, and cyber bullying. Bullying versus conflict. Bullying is not a phase young people must endure or outgrow. Bullying is not a conflict between students or among groups of students. Conflict is a mutually competitive or opposing action or engagement, including a disagreement, an argument, or a fight, which is a normal part of human development. Bullying is one-sided, where one or more students are victims of one or more person's aggression, which is intended to physically or emotionally hurt the victim or victims. Parental rights. Parents have the right to know about the incident immediately. They have a right to a written summary of findings. They have a right to a hearing before the Board of Education. They have the right to appeal decision to the Commissioner of Education in the state of New Jersey. They have the right to challenge findings in state or federal court under various discrimination laws. Parental notice. Parents of both parties have right to notice on same day incident occurs. There needs to be a plan to address foreseeable incidents that occur after school hours, at school events, field trips, on the way home from school. Parents have rights to written notice within 5 school days after results of the investigation are reported to the Board of Education. Parental access to records. The written report to the parent must address the nature of the investigation, whether district found evidence of H.I.B, and whether discipline was imposed or services provided. Signs of bullying. Signs of bullying include depression, loneliness or anxiety, low self-esteem, headaches, stomach aches, tiredness, or poor eating habits, missing school, disliking school, or having poor school performance than previously, self-destructive behaviors such as running away from home or inflicting harm on oneself, thinking about suicide or attempting to commit suicide, unexplained injuries, lost or destroyed clothing, books, electronics, or jewelry, difficulty sleeping or frequent nightmares, sudden loss of friends, or avoidance of social situations. What to do? There are things you can do if you're being bullied. Look at the kid bullying you and tell him or her to stop in a calm, clear voice. You can also try to laugh it off. This works best if joking is easy for you. It could catch the kid bullying you off guard. If speaking up seems too hard or not safe, walk away and stay away. Don't fight back. Find an adult to stop the bullying on the spot. There are things you can do to stay safe in the future too. Talk to an adult you trust. Don't keep your feelings inside. Telling someone can help you feel less alone. They can help you make a plan to stop the bullying. Stay away from places where bullying happens. Stay near adults and other kids. Most bullying happens when adults are not around. Bystanders. Hurtful. Instigate, encourage, join in, passively accept. Helpful. Directly intervene and get help. So you can see there the two types of bystanders. People that are hurtful and people that are helpful. The effects on a bystander. This could happen in various cases. Retribution. They're powerless. Maybe the bystanders say, hey, it's none of my business. And, telling an adult, may make things worse if they are encountered with a particular bullying situation. Cyberbullying is bullying that takes place using electronic technology. Electronic technology includes devices and equipment such as cell phones, computers, tablets, as well as communication tools including social media sites, text messages, chat, and websites. Examples of cyberbullying include mean text messages or emails, rumors sent by email or posted on social networking sites, and embarrassing pictures, videos, websites, or fake profiles. You can find our H.I.B policy by accessing this link and the H.I.B assessment by accessing this link. H.I.B reporting and investigation. There are timelines related to the H.I.B investigation and reporting processes. All acts of harassment, intimidation, or bullying shall be reported verbally to the school principal on the same day when the school employees or a contracted service provider witnessed or received reliable information regarding any such incident. 2. The principal shall inform the parents or guardians of all students involved in the alleged incident and may discuss, as appropriate, the availability of counseling and other intervention services. 3. All acts of harassment, intimidation, or bullying shall be reported in writing to the building principal within 2 school days of when the school employee or contracted service provider witnessed or received reliable information that a student had been subject to harassment, intimidation, or bullying. 4. An investigation shall be initiated by the principal or the principal's designee within 1 school day of the report of the incident and shall be conducted by a school anti-bullying specialist. The principal may appoint additional personnel who are not anti-bullying specialists to assist in the investigation. 5. The investigation shall be completed as soon as possible, but not later than 10 school days from the date of the written report of the incident. In the event that there is information relative to the investigation that is anticipated but not yet received by the end of the 10-day period, the school anti-bullying specialist may amend the original reported results of the investigation to reflect the information. 6. The results of the investigation shall be reported to the superintendent of schools within 2 days of the completion of the investigation, and the superintendent may decide to provide intervention services, establishing training programs to reduce harassment, intimidation, or bullying, and enhance school climate, impose discipline, or order counseling as a result of the findings of the investigation, or take or recommended other appropriate action. 7. The results of each investigation shall be reported to the Board of Education no later than the date of the Board of Education meeting next following the completion of the investigation, along with the information on any services provided, training established, discipline imposed, or other action taken or recommended by the superintendent. 8. Parents or guardians of the students who are parties of the investigation shall be entitled to receive information about the investigation, including the nature of the investigation, whether the district found evidence of H.I.B, or whether discipline was imposed or services are provided to address the incident of H.I.B. This information shall be provided in writing within 5 school days after the results are reported to the board. 9. A parent or guardian may request a hearing before the board after receiving the information, and the hearing shall be held within 10 days of the request. The board shall meet in executive session for the hearing to protect confidentiality of the students. At the hearing, the board may hear from the school anti-bullying specialist about the incident, recommendation for discipline or services, and any other programs instituted to reduce such incidents. Number 10, at the Board of Education meeting following its receipt of the report, the board shall issue a decision in writing to affirm, reject, or modify the superintendent's decision. The board's decision may be repealed to the Commissioner of Education in accordance with the procedures set forth in law and regulation, no later than 90 days after the issuance of the board's decision. A parent, student, guardian, or organization may file a complaint with the Division on Civil Rights within 180 days of the occurrence of any incident of H.I.B. based on the membership in a protected group as enumerated in the law against discrimination. Here is our webpage and anonymous reporting. Our anti-bullying webpage can be found here, and we use a service called WeTip to report anonymous acts of H.I.B. Week of Respect. The H.I.B. law here in New Jersey designates the week beginning the first Monday in October of each year as a week of respect in the state of New Jersey. School districts are directed to observe the week by providing age-appropriate instruction focusing on preventing harassment, intimidation, or bullying. Throughout the school year, districts are expected to provide similar instruction in accordance with the New Jersey Core Curriculum Content Standards. Anti-bullying initiatives. At Black River Middle School, there is an advisory program, peer leaders, Olveus lessons, the PAL project, leadership series, student body policy session, team meeting and faculty meeting briefings, information night, H.I.B. presentation, role-playing and health class, peer leader cyberbullying sessions, and a Week of Respect video. At Bragg, there's Olveus, Pillars of Character, Wall of Character, book bag lessons, Circle of Friends, social skill groups, and various kickoff programs. At Dickerson, there are the Olveus classroom meeting sessions, character pillars, bucket filler, bulletin board activities. H.I.B. training. On a quarterly basis, the Morris County anti-bullying coordinators have a meeting that I and others attend in the district. There are yearly sending district school safety team trainings with the Mendham boroughs, Mendham townships, the high school, and the Chester School District. There are quarterly district-wide ABS meetings where the anti-bullying specialists get together with myself and other administrators and talk about the culture and issues related to H.I.B. in the Chester School District. Biannually, we have a school safety team meeting at each building where parents, teachers, and administrators come together to discuss what's going on with H.I.B. within the prospective schools. And we also complete a state-mandated safe schools training. Every staff member is required to watch the, I think, 30 to 60-minute video on harassment, intimidation in the school setting. As I said before, the contact information, I am the anti-bullying coordinator. My name is Brad Curry. You can contact me at my email, brad.curry@chester-nj.org. Our superintendent is Dr. Christina Van Wert. You can email her as well. Black River Middle School's principal, Mr. Robert Mullen. Bragg's school principal, Mrs. Michelle Stanton. Dickerson principal, Miss Melissa Fair. And our director of pupil services, Dr. Jeanette Crone. I thank you for joining us in this brief presentation on harassment, intimidation, and bullying. Please reach out to myself or any of the building administrators if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you.